What up, everybody? So it's been about 6 months or so since I've done one of these. We're back with another FTS, flipping the script, and tonight we got a first timer. Actually, everybody that I've done has been the first time where I'm the one doing the interview. But hey, you learn as you go. Joining me today is my girl Zykia from the Cooking with Positivity podcast. How you doing, girl?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good, baby. Yeah. So, tell the people a little bit about yourself, Zyk.
Well, as JC said, I am the host and creator of Cooking with Positivity. I am an author. I am a mom. I am a caterer, cook, food educationalist, all of the above.
You got your irons in a lot of fires, don't you, girl?
Yeah, well, I wear many hats, many hats.
There you go. Now, where you originally from, Zakia?
I'm originally from Queens, New York.
Oh, not too far from where I'm at. I'm in Albany.
Okay. I'm currently in Virginia, so don't hold out
Yeah.
against me. And for
Hey,
my
I've been
Virginia
there.
people, don't be mad,
I've been
okay?
I've been to Virginia a couple times. It's beautiful down there.
Huh?
I got a buddy who works for Disney World now, but he used to live he used to live in Virginia when he was growing up and going to college. And I went and visited him about 5 years ago. Spent about 10 days down there. It's nice down there in the fall.
It is. It definitely has its moments for sure.
Yeah. So what got you into podcasting, Z?
Okay, so my podcasting origin story, if you will, I was online scrolling like I do.
Hmm.
I don't do that anymore, for the record. I told you guys, I'm no longer a scroller. I'm gonna get on and get off. But I was watching Dave Anderson's live.
Uh-huh.
And he's AKA the business bully, he's a coach, all of these things.
I've heard the
And
name. I don't think I'm familiar with his material or nothing. I've heard the
yeah,
name.
Dave Anderson, he's done work on the Ricky Smiley show, he's appeared on the Breakfast Club a bunch of times, all of that. Great businessman. He does amazing work. He was saying we need to stop making excuses. If there's something that we want to do, something that we want to achieve, something that we want to grow,
Right.
do it. Start taking the steps to do it. If you want to make your credit better, he said, go to a bank or talk to somebody who does credit. And if you want to start a podcast, go and start a podcast. There are plenty of platforms that offer, free services. You can start your podcast today. And he mentioned Anchor. And I looked into Anchor that very day because I was looking for somewhere to not only share my food knowledge and my writing, but encompass that by sharing positivity as well. Because I felt like that was something major we were missing in the world. And once Dave said that, and I looked into Anchor, it was on like popcorn from there. And I've been
Now,
podcasting ever since.
for those of us who don't know, what is Anchor?
Can you say that again?
What for those of us who don't know, what is that? What is Anchor?
Anchor is a platform. It's now Spotify. Spotify has bought it and taken over, but it was originally a podcaster platform. where you can just record your podcast, upload it, and then it gets passed out on other podcast platforms like Apple Music and things like that. Spotify used to be one of the distribution channels. Now it's the only channel because it bought Anchor right up.
Corporate corporate craziness at work, right there.
Listen,
No.
we have our challenges, but I've been dubbed the pivot queen, so I work my way around things.
The what now?
I said we have our challenges, but
Yeah.
I've been dubbed the pivot queen, so I work
Oh,
my way
pivot.
around.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought she said the same, basically the same word, but starting with a D. Not,
Oh no, no,
I
no,
didn't
no,
hear you
no,
close.
no, no divots. No, no,
No.
no, no.
So talk to me about cooking with positivity. How'd you come up with that?
Okay, so I've been cooking since I was 7 years old.
Mhm.
I've been writing around the same amount of time, and
Writing.
often everybody's like, "How do you get your food to taste so good? What's that ingredient? What's that seasoning that you use?" And I often tell people, love and positivity. Because when I go into any situation or when I go into the kitchen, I leave all the negative energy behind me. And everybody thinks I'm exaggerating. I'm being so honest. Whenever I cook something and I don't feel like cooking, don't feel like dealing with it, don't feel like being in the kitchen, the food comes out horrible. The food tastes horrible.
No, that's fact.
And I learned that at a very young age. Like, I want to say the fourth time I made fried chicken.
Mhm.
I didn't want to do it. My mother told me, okay, you're skilled enough now. You're going to start making dinner for the family. And at first, I was excited, but I didn't know she meant every time. And I was like, why don't you cook anymore? Like, I don't want to do this. Worst batch of fried chicken I ever made in my life. Worst batch I've ever made in my life. And I was frustrated. I was upset. I didn't want to be there. I didn't want to be cooking. And I said, from this day forward, anytime I step in the kitchen, all of these ugly thoughts, all of this negativity is going to be left outside of the kitchen. They can come back later. But when I'm in the kitchen and I'm cooking, that's my main goal. And I wanted to spread positivity because, like I said, I see a whole bunch of negative thoughts, negative energy, negative headlines, just negativity all around.
Mhm.
And I was saying to myself, where's that platform that actually spreads positivity, that talks about the positive things going on, that engages in positive, structured conversation? And thus, cooking with positivity came to mind.
And how long you been going with that?
Hmm. My first episode, I believe, was in 2015.
Oh, so over 10 years. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
Yeah, I've only been this the flip and the script series. This was originally the previous series for my own show, but uh, I ran into some issues with my health and whatnot. What is my headset
Definitely
doing?
understandable. I ran into not only health issues, but technical issues and distribution changes and all of the things. So I definitely understand that.
So yeah, so um, now uh, I've got a guest from my first episode. We just need to figure out when to shoot it. I'm doing an episode with I'm having Rude Life NASA from Handicap and Chill podcast come on, and we're going to be talking about school violence, like shootings and bullying and things like that. We keep having to put it off. Things keep coming up, but we're going to get it out, and that'll get the new show rolling hopefully here pretty soon. Um,
That's definitely the attitude you have to have in podcasting. I tell you that.
yeah, I was, you talk about I don't know what's going on with my headset. It just keeps beeping in my ear for some reason. Anyway, you talk about wanting to, wanting to do something, but not having the, not having the right, mind frame. I did a bunch of guest hosts, guest spots. Like I started as a part of the chat on Navarro Miller for about a year, and then I got my first visual appearance ever was on an episode of Brian B's Live on the Line with
Okay.
Carl Eric Barbosa and our boy Eric G. That's when I met them for the first time. And since
Oh,
then, I've been
wow.
on Brian's shows a few times. I've done a bunch of shows with Eric. Uh, Successful Toy. I did an episode of the Whatever Talk with Donovan Dobson. Uh, that's, that's gonna drive me nuts. It sounds like a cuckoo clock going off in my headset. I don't know what's going on, but every few seconds it just gives me that little cuckoo noise for some reason. But yeah, I've been, and I did a bunch of episode and panels with them. I've done game nights. Eric does a tipsy karaoke. I've done that a few times. He's
I
on.
think that's where I first met you, actually.
Yep, that's right. That's right. I was
So
watching
one
that the other night, as a matter of fact.
of the karaoke I was able to do. Yeah.
Were you there the night? And I love busting Eric's butt about this. Him and Brian B were having to co-host because Eric was having technical problems. And me and Alora were in the middle of a Disney duet. Out of
Oh,
nowhere, the screen dies.
yeah. I was there because I was having technical issues that night too. So I can't even talk. I can't even say that.
Well, bless her heart. Bless her heart. Her and I keep going. We don't have a clue what's going on. But here's the song, and everybody except for Brian and Eric are busting up laughing. We're like, what the hell happened?
Because I mean, what else can you do?
Oh
Just
yeah,
gotta.
yeah. I mean, we it took us a good 5 minutes to calm down and get enough to get going again. But I love busting both of those guys for that one because I don't know who hit the button. Well, I do now because I had Eric on here a few months ago.
I watch.
You probably watched that from the playlist. Um, and he admitted it was. He said, "Yeah, it was technical problems. It's usually on my end. Thank God he was there. He was there to run things. He is a
But
character. I love him to death. He's one of the coolest guys because he's got the biggest heart and just the wildest
that's
sense of humor I think I ever come across.
very, very brotherly love energy for sure.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I've known him for let's see, Father's Day will be 3 years since Eric was on Navarro Miller, or not Eric. Brian was on Navarro Miller. That's how I met him.
Okay.
I was interacting in the chat, and I can't, and I he put a really great episode out with them with Jeremy Miller from Growing Pains and club promoter named Dave Navarro. Those were the hosts. They don't do it anymore, unfortunately. It was a 2 night a week great show. They did 56 episodes and then called it, or 60 some odd episodes and then called it quit. But I met him on there, and then a couple weeks later, I started talking to Brian, and I'm like, hey, I'd love to come on your stuff. And he's like, well, I'm taking a break, but I'm picking it up in a month or so. So about a month later, I tuned in this one night, and it's him, Kyle, Eric, and Eric G. And that was Eric's first episode. I later found out, and I started trying to interact in the chat, and it kept coming up Facebook user. It wouldn't show my name, but luckily my legal name shows up on my YouTube account. At least my first name does. So
Okay.
I tuned in through there, and he's like, oh yeah. I'm like, hey, it's JC from NMR, and it took him like 3 minutes to realize who I was. So bust him about that. But he's like, yeah, he's got all these pictures with wrestlers. Because if you've seen my Instagram, or I've got a photo album on my YouTube, me with a bunch of wrestlers and dancers and
That
celebrities.
you definitely do. I've definitely definitely
Yeah,
scrolled through.
I've been lucky. I've been lucky. I had the good fortune of uh, working with Donnie and Marie Osmond for off and on for 8 years at the Flamingo in Vegas back
Oh,
when they were doing their show. I met them the week before Donnie started Dancing with the Stars.
oh
That
wow.
was actually it was a birthday. The trip was a birthday present from my mom. May she rest in peace.
Hmm.
She'll be gone 5 years. Uh, 5 years this June.
My condolences.
Thank you. But had the good pleasure of working with her. And there was a guy, one of the troop dancers, a guy named James Toileva. He got involved. He left that show for a while to do Dancing with the Stars live in Vegas at the Tropicana, which is now, of course, demolished. Uh, and he brought me into that bunch through the producer. I was working with Carson Kressley, Sabrina Bryan from the Cheetah Girls, Kyle
Mm,
Massey from That's So Raven, uh,
okay.
Joey Fatone from NSYNC. Worked with him for a while. He's a character.
Yeah, he's everywhere. Joey is
He
everywhere.
is.
I see him on everything.
Um, we got a real blessing this one night. I'll never forget it. We were about to do this. At one point, Kyle, Sabrina, and my partner Lacey Schwimmer. She was Kyle's and my partner for the show. And there's this part where they each pick somebody out of the audience. They take them backstage, try to teach them a dance, and then compete like on the show. Well, we went to raise the house lights. Guess who's sitting in the audience?
Uh oh.
David Hasselhoff and Dick Clark.
Oh wow. Heavy hitters. So y'all had to show up to show out.
I had the honor of meeting them after the show, and of course, shortly after that, Dick passed away. But I was lucky to have a few minutes with him. God, God rest his soul. David was he was he was there because him and Mark Ballas, the dancer from Dancing with the Stars, were going to do a concert in the hotel bar after the show that
Oh.
night.
Mm,
And so he
okay.
was there. He wanted to see Mark's show before they did their thing. So I had the chance to meet him, and he's a really genuinely nice guy. And I've met a bunch of wrestlers over the years. Uh, I'm actually in. There's an episode of Home Improvement called The Longest Day. It's the one where Randy, the middle son, thinks he has cancer in the throat.
Oh no, I've seen that. I've seen it.
Well, I'm
I've seen
I'm
all
in
the
I'm in it.
improvement actually.
I'm actually in that episode. You don't see my face.
Where?
All you see is the back of my head. I'm one of the
Okay.
kids in
Okay.
the
Because
I'm
I
one
was
of the
about to
kids
say
in the
I think I
arcade
will
scene
remember.
where Tim and Tim.
Oh.
Randy runs
Okay.
runs run, Randy runs finds out at school that what the doctors are what's possible with his throat, and he runs away to the arcade. Tim goes to find him, Well, they shot this like 5 or 6 minute scene in an arcade downtown LA. It took us 3 hours to shoot 6 minutes. But
Oh,
all the kids got
okay.
200 bucks, 200 bucks, 200 bucks cash that made it on camera. Got 200 bucks cash and unlimited games and snacks. Well, a bunch of years later, I'm doing Donnie and Marie, and we have to cancel a show this one night at the last minute. Donnie had a shellfish. The producer finds out Tim's in town doing his stand-up routine, and he gets me front row. So I go and see the show. I'm sitting in the front row, and only the front 2 rows get to meet him after the show, kind of a meet and greet. He poses for a picture, and he's standing there, and I put on a ton of weight since we did Home Improvement, obviously, because it's been a long time. He's looking at me, and I'm like, "What? Did I say something wrong?" I'm just, I'm second guessing myself. He goes, I think I recognize you from somewhere. I'm like, oh shit, here we go. you know, he's gonna get it wrong, and I'm gonna have to, make him feel bad. And I'm like, well, Tim, I said we worked together once a long time ago. And he looked at me for like 2 minutes, and he goes, longest day. I said, you got it. I was in the arcade scene. So that was a
That's
kick in the
awesome
pants.
that
Hey,
he actually
speak of the
recognized
devil,
you.
guess who just showed up?
Uh-oh.
Our boy Eric G.
Of course.
He's
Hey,
in the
Eric.
chat. Oh, he's in the chat. Hold on. Yeah. Can you read that, Zakia?
Oh, what's my favorite dish to cook? Oh boy, you stole that right from my show. Okay, Eric, I see what we're doing. All right. Um, my favorite dish to cook would be any casserole. I make
Ooh,
great
girl, you're speaking my language.
cas. I make great casseroles, and a lot of people my shade or darker don't think casseroles are in our wheelhouse. And have I ever had a rude guest? No. Stressful a little bit. Stressful a little bit. I had a few guests that had the takeover energy, but we moved. We
Go
got
ahead about the tuna casserole, though. I just saw that, so I put it up there.
everybody. Everybody
That's our
has.
boy, man.
Listen, they have not been outright rude ever. I don't think we've ever had a rude guest, but like I said, we've had a guest with the takeover energy for sure.
Hmm.
It felt like their show at one point, and I was like, "This is cooking with positivity." I text my co-host like, "This is our show, yeah. We need to get back to it being our show." But other than that, everybody has been amazing joining the CWP family.
No, you got to see this. Hold on a second.
Oh,
He just
oh boy!
this is our boy. This is his sense of humor.
Listen, like I was saying, people think people my shade and darker do not eat casserole, but casserole was invented in black kitchens.
Hmm.
Check out Cook with Positivity Monday and You episodes to find out the facts about that. But
Okay,
casserole
well,
started with us. What do you
there you
think
go.
baked mac and cheese is? It's a casserole. Hello?
Yep. Actually, since Eric's
And like I
here,
told
we
everybody,
do.
my mama has the best.
What's that, Zakia?
Like I tell everybody, my mama has the best mac and cheese on the planet. I'm second.
There you go. Well, since Eric's here, we might as well. Hello. Since Eric's here, we might as well break a little news that we have.
Yes.
Uh, yeah, we have a fun event coming up this Saturday, y'all. It's me. Zakia is the moderator, and it's me versus Eric on her show Saturday noon Eastern.
Yes.
This is going to be interesting. Talk about this format of the show that where he or whoever the champion is competing one on one with people. How did that one? How
Okay.
did that come about? And two, how does it work?
Okay. So, game night, the game show, was created, and according to my chat GPT, I need to say it correctly. So, Cooking with Positivity presents, or CWP presents, game night, the game show, was birthed out of. I used to do game nights physically, where we played a variety of games. I cook, you pay an entry fee, and
Mm-hmm.
we come and have a good time. Well, when COVID hit, was nobody. I wasn't going out mingling and mixing with nobody. So I was like, how can I still have game night and enjoy myself and virtual game night came to my mind. And I said, well, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it Family Feud style. I'm going to do it because I play Family Feud. I play all of it. I'm a gamer. Okay, I'm a gamer in the sense of I love board games. I love game shows. I love The Sims. Let's be clear. I love Tekken. I'm not a gamer in the sense of I play video games all day. I don't even have a video game system anymore. But
Mine's in storage in Oregon, or I probably would be.
when I came up with the idea of having a virtual game night, I said I want to get my people together and have a game show. And I was on a game show and he did it live, just like this. And I said I can do this with my own questions based on cooking positivity. I create games all the time. And that's
This
how
is
Game Night the Game Show was born. And Eric G is our current Golden Spoon Crown champion.
yeah.
You will be his first title defending match officially.
This is going to be fun. I'm looking forward to this.
You're not the only one. I'm telling you. Eric is very competitive.
Every
Uh,
time, I don't know.
like he said in his trash talk, he did
I haven't even
win.
heard that yet. I haven't heard.
Really?
I haven't heard his.
Oh man. Okay. Well, after we get off of here, I need you to go check out Wednesday's episode this week.
This week
On
or last week?
this week, I think. If it's not this week, it's last week. Either way,
All right.
we got shows Monday through Friday, so
Okay.
check it
Hold
out.
on. You, I'm gonna come back to this in a minute, Zykia. But he posted something that I think you might get a kick out of. Hold on one second.
Uh oh.
You talk about the unruly guest.
Oh, I was not even referring to you, but if you want to put yourself on that list, by all means, we might.
No, that's his sense of humor. See?
Yes, very, very, very
Yeah, he
gracious.
corrects you. He says I'm his first competition for this year.
Listen, okay, the Golden Spoon Crown Champion has gone into effect this year. So, again, the two matches you won before, those are not championship matches. Let's be clear. You still have to defend the championship 3 times before you get entered into the Royal Table. So,
I'll let you two talk for a second. My phone where I'm watching the Facebook comments just hit the table. Hold on one second. All right, go ahead.
No, but Eric, we discussed this offline, okay? And I'll reiterate the timeline and the rules Saturday. So we
Yeah,
understand you won
I've
game
been looking
night.
forward to this because it's like I said in my trash talk. Him and I've been collabing and doing this and that for a couple of years now, but we've never been against each other. He's always been the MC. Well, except for the when he did the flip the script with me last summer, which folks, just so you know, with along with this episode will be uploaded later today to that playlist. It's available on YouTube if you want, and you can find a link on my Facebook as well. I've got everybody I've had on here that I've worked with. I still have a few I'm trying to get. Lonnie Middlebrook, who does a monthly men's panel that Eric and I do. Uh, Trying to get her on because her men panel of the month is a week from tomorrow. And for any men wanting to be a part of that, hit me up. I can link you up with Lonnie. That is this not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow, 9 Eastern. And that it gets deep, but it's her and Pastor Cedric, and it gets deep, it gets personal, it gets raw, but it is a kick in the pants to do. I'm coming up on my fourth. I don't know how long Eric's been doing it. Probably a lot longer than me. Oh, he just goes, damn, damn, damn. That's our boy, man. That's Eric.
That
That's
is
Eric in a
definitely
nutshell, man. I'm telling you, he's a character. I love him. He is an absolute character.
While
I
we're
get a
still
serious
on
kick out
the
of that.
Eric subject, why did you accept the challenge?
Oh, are you kidding? This when y'all reached out, when y'all reached out about this, I was like, okay, one, I love game. As Eric can attest, I've done pretty much all of his, including his. I did an episode of the dating game with him as the
Uh,
MC. We did a truth or dare. We did. What else did we do, Eric? Do you remember the other one? We did truth or dare. We did dating game. We did um, tips. We've done like 5 or 6 tipsies together. What was the other game night that you hosted?
funny you should say the dating game. I had the dating game set up for one of my game nights, and my bachelor backed out. So I'm gonna put him on the list as a difficult guest to Eric G. So you have company, okay?
Eric, God love him. God love him. I tell you something though, man. And gee, I'm gonna kind of put you in the spotlight in the limelight for a second here, bro. Um, this is one of the things I love about this dude. He don't do like most, where it's like there's no class system, there's no credit, you don't have to deal with the usual dogma. You're just as long as you're yourself, so is he. But what's been great for me is in the last in the last 18 years I've lost both parents. I've also lost both my aunts and my uncle in that time. The minute he found out, because we talk a lot on Messenger. I mean, he's one of my. I put it this way. I have his Facebook chat history pinned in my Messenger
Oh
because
man.
we talk a lot about different stuff. Um, but he had me my folks' birth giving my folks' birthdays, their death anniversaries, that kind of thing. Those come around that whole week. He's checking on me almost every single day
Oh,
because he knows as far as family. I'm in New York. The rest, I got one second cousin in the Air Force overseas, but most of my relatives are in Montana, Arizona, and Washington.
Hmm.
So there's a distance factor, and a lot of them are of the old school. God love them. They're the old school. They don't know how to work technology when it comes to like texting and whatnot. So I hear from them now and then, but it's
Those are the
rare.
phone
So
calls you have to make. Those are the phone
yeah,
calls. My grandmother is that one. She'll call me randomly. I was like, I was just going through the numbers in my phone trying to see who this number
no,
belonged to. My number is saved in
those weren't it, Eric. It was, I can't remember what it was because he just listed. He goes, I did so many. It was finish the lyrics. You're right. It was finish the lyrics, and I lost on the second turn. I was eliminated the second turn. That's right. I figured you'd figure that one out, you stinker.
and we're
I
gonna
love
talk
your
about
brother. You know that.
your list of games, okay? Because they sounded really familiar. You know,
Well, he says couples night, old school, new school, finish the lyrics, dating game, tipsy, and we did an all men's truth or dare.
some of these titles are sounding really similar to. Yeah, Eric, we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk later.
Well, he wasn't always the MC. Sometimes it was Brian B.
Hmm.
Blind of Beeline Entertainment. But for the tipsy, the game night, and the finish the lyrics, those were him. And then I've done a few of his word to the wise episodes, the advice stuff.
Yeah.
Those get deep, but the stories are just so out of left field. And I know the one you're going to bring up, Eric. So don't. So I'm going to beat you to it. He had one, and correct me if I'm wrong on this. He had one submit that she went. She trusted her boyfriend with her house when she went out of town. And she had a cat. He brings another woman into the house to do cocaine. Cat gets in the cocaine and starts doing zoomies all over the damn house.
My
And
God.
it is in such an episode, he the cat accidentally scratches or bites the date. She calls the cops wanting to have the cat put down. Of course, doesn't get that, and he's like, "What do I do? I want to save my relationship, but I don't want to, I don't want all this nonsensical BS." I think we went like 20 minutes on that one alone. Me, Brian B, and I think it was either Kyle, Eric, or Brandon Chanel. I can't remember, but we went on that one for a good while. He's probably laughing his butt off that I even brought that up. But
I mean,
he is a character, but he's got the biggest heart. Seriously.
that he definitely
I
does.
ain't mad at you, bro, but I am gonna kick your butt come Saturday.
Uh-oh. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Listen,
Hey, I ain't above a little trash talking now and then, girl.
I see. Eric. Yeah. Well, I hope y'all are ready for Saturday because I am. I'm excited.
Saturday is gonna be a blast. We've been trying to we tried this once before, and unfortunately my health got in the way. And now it's a new year, new slate. We finally got the time and date set up last night. That's gonna it's
I
this is
think
gonna be a kick in the pants. I gotta ask Eric real quick. Eric, if you're still there, I don't know if you're still there. I can't tell. When do you want to do another word to the wise? Because I'm wide open, bro. Let me know. Give me a holler later if you're gone. I'm not sure if you're still watching. Oh, you go. He left, but he left. You left taking a little pot shot. God love him.
Oh, not that's cute. Okay, well, that's championship energy. We love to hear it. We love to hear it. Let's go.
Oh, I get such a kick out of him. You are the rarest cat, bro. I gotta give you your flowers. You are one of the unique ones. There's no doubt about that. But you are a blessing. But yeah, Z. So you, I want to jump back to something you mentioned earlier. You said you've been writing for a long time. What kind of writing do you do?
Okay, so I started off writing poetry,
Hmm.
which evolved to short stories, which
Oh, I love
evolved
writing those.
to
I love
novels,
writing those.
which evolved to cookbooks and self-help books. So I write
Do
a
you have
little bit of.
do you have books out now or no?
I have several books out. Okay, so if you're looking for something to read to get a gauge of my writing, I have several poetry books out. I released Hey Sis and Him. Those are both poetry books. They are both available on Amazon. And I also released
Hold on
cookbooks.
one second, Sakia. He
Mhm.
just responded. He says he doesn't know when he's doing it, but he wants to have you, me, and Miss Lisa. I don't know who that is. Miss Lisa back. Eric, do you remember? I'm just jumping back to this because you're back on the chat. Oh, let me jump off the chat a little bit. I was about to ask him who else was on that one with the kitty crack besides me, him, and B. But yeah, go ahead. But now what the stuff that you have read is it um I'm one of those e-readers, like the Nooks and all that. Is it on there or is it just
Of
stuff that you
course,
have?
of course. Now, if you're an e-reader, I want to say the
I'm
best
pretty much
book.
or audio book is pretty much me.
Yeah, I'm elevating to the audio books. I'm working on it. I'm working on it, y'all. I promise.
You
But
got you got the perfect voice for it though.
oh, thank you. Listen, I don't I don't like to listen to myself, but apparently
Isn't that
others do.
weird? Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird as an author? I don't have anything out. I've never published anything, but I was working on a detective novel years ago, and I
Okay.
kept trying to dictate into one of those uh like the Home Alone, the tape recorder from the
Okay.
from Home Alone 2. I had one where
Yeah.
I was always dictating. I couldn't stand to hear my own voice play back.
I can. It's not okay. I don't know. It's like something out of body about it. It's like it's weird. I
Ethereal,
can't
yeah.
describe it fully, but that's why I have such a hard time editing like podcast episodes. So
Hmm.
if we can get it one take through and I don't have to make any edits, we're golden. I'm good because I don't like listening to
It's
myself. When I go
it's
back
funny.
and I watch like
It's funny you mentioned
episodes
that.
and things, yeah, it's like,
It's
ugh.
it's funny you mentioned that, Zakia, because if you've looked at the playlist, you noticed that two of my guests we had to do it in two parts
Yes, I saw that.
with Rude Life NASA and Michael Watson, Mike Cal 57 from Handicap and Chill. Both of the flip the scripts that I did with them, we had technical problems. One was the headset I was using at the time, and another was I think he had a problem on his end at one point, but I kind of took the blame for it verbally. Um, you are on it, dude. Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, we saw that one. Oh, that's cute. He goes, I'm not sure, but I'd love to have y'all and Miss Lisa back. Yeah, I bet that. I don't know who Miss Lisa is, but hey, I'm down for pretty much anything. You know me.
Lisa is my co-host.
The only thing I don't talk is politics. That's the only thing I don't touch.
Yeah,
And politics,
Lisa,
heavy metal, rap. Anything else, I'm good. Those three, forget it.
well, Lisa is my
If you use the vernacular, you got better chance pissing in the lake.
Lisa is my co-host on Cooking with Positivity,
Okay,
and
I was going to ask you about that because
yeah,
the picture that you sent me to promo this interview, there was two people. I'm like, who's the other?
that is the best co-host on the planet, Lisa Deshawn, and
Oh,
she
I'd
is.
love to meet her sometime. I bet she's a character too.
Yes, she is. She's a whole vibe, and she's on the West Coast. So scheduling, takes a little bit of doing,
Right.
but we make it work.
Which is why Saturday is so perfect because it's so early for her.
Well, hopefully she'll be moderating in the background,
Yeah.
making sure y'all keep it tight in the chat because
Oh,
y'all be reckless out y'all mouths on
Eric, I'm
Saturday.
gonna. I know. I'm not gonna make a big thing of this, but Eric made me an offer about 6 or 7 weeks ago to guest
Uh-oh.
host
Mm,
an episode of one of his shows. So I am working on that, Eric. Hopefully we can get that done in the next few weeks. So now that I got all my tech crap figured out. Um, the, I'm doing this from my I'm doing the flip the scripts from my apartment, but I live in a student housing complex. And in the main building, there is a podcast studio I have access to during the day, except for Sunday.
oh,
So when I have, when I get around to doing panels, which will hopefully be in either April or May, I'll be doing those from there, not from here.
okay.
So,
Let's go.
I'll be,
In-house
I'm
that's
looking forward to kind of, he's like, I'm gonna be in the background. You'll use you'll use my StreamYard and this, that, and the other. I'm like, okay, just let me give it a think, you know. So he's a good kid. He's I don't know how he manages working swing shifts. God love him. You know, not
let
having a firm schedule, you know, week to week is very important. Ugh, I couldn't do that.
and I I'm
I mean,
one of those
I was
people.
in lodging for 33 years. I was working all sorts of hours because
Mm,
my folks and I had a little 16 unit hotel on the Oregon coast up until about 14 years ago.
wow.
12
Okay.
years ago. Um, so it was just the three of us. My dad was the handyman. My mom was the office maid and all that. And so I had to work. I had to do the phone. Wait, this was before the internet. Well, before the modern day internet. So I was answering
Mm,
phones, sending faxes, emails, and that kind of thing. We didn't have a website. It does now under the new owner, which I find kind of ironic. But I'm having me some grape Kool Aid. Even though it's cold,
that
colder than
sounds familiar. Very ahead of the curve, before its time situation.
yeah,
I run into that
but
myself a lot.
yeah. But when we had it up until we had it for a few years after my dad passed, but she got into one bad partnership after another. I won't go into the whole story about that. I'll talk to you about that outside of here, um, willingly, but I don't want to broadcast it because it's just too much drama. uh,
Understood.
but I would be up. I'm a night owl anyway, most of the time.
Right.
Um, so I would be up waiting for people to check in till 1:30 in the morning, and then get up at like 7:30, 8 o'clock, and help run the lobby so my mom could get the laundry done.
Mm,
So I that kind of a swing shift. That's a day to day. When you need it, you do you do what you're able. But the constant week to week changing, I don't know how Eric pulls that off.
listen, that's
I
what you
give
got to do.
I give him all the respect in the world. He's one tough SOB.
That's weird.
I love him like a brother, but he is but I give him all the credit in the world for having so many irons in the fire. I mean, Jesus, Lord. you know, I mean he's got the Green Rose Foundation, him and his wife's organization. He's got what's her bakery business that she does. The kid raising them kids. Now he's going to be a grandpa soon.
Yes.
Congratulations
Many
on that,
hats.
bro.
Many hats. Like I said earlier, many hats.
Oh, reminds me of that old circus clown routine. Uh, somebody clown walks up with what you think is one hat, and he's like, pull it off. You pull it off. There's another. You pull it off. There's another. That's
Exactly.
Eric to a T. That is Eric G to a T, man.
Exactly.
I give the dude all the credit in the world. He's a kick in the pants. Like I said, he's got the biggest heart and more energy than most people do without a shitload of caffeine. But
Biggest heart and the biggest mouth. He said he gonna whip you Saturday. He said he ready.
oh, I'm oh he's the king of trash talk when it comes to that. We'll see. Like you said, bro, you can think that all you want. Time will
Oh,
tell.
oh man.
Shout out shout out to my girl Elizabeth from my church. She just tuned in for a second. She's a one of the I moved from a year ago. I moved from a town south of here called Hudson.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
if you remember January of 25, we had all those nasty cold snaps up here. Well,
I heard.
during one of them, my building was shut down because
Oh no.
it was a four apartment, two up, two down apartment building, right? The one apartment that had been empty the longest, their alarms start going off one night in the middle of the night on a weekend, mind you.
Hmm.
So I text the landlord. I'm like, I know you're not going to see this till Monday. I'm just letting you know this is going on. It's not loud. It just sounds like uh, parakeet on crack, basically. The fire department comes by a couple days later, and they shut it off. I don't think anything of it. It's done. Well, next morning I wake up with a migraine, and I'm trying to sleep. I'm the only
Oh.
person left in the building. They moved the one where the alarm was. She went back to Jamaica years ago.
Oh wow.
I had a bunch of party college kids up above me that had people in and out at all hours. I had this homophobic witch with a capital B, if you catch my meaning,
Hmm. Okay.
next to me. Her and her uh, let's just say sugar daddy. I guess would be the best word for it. They moved them out. They moved the party bunch down the street. They moved homophobe across town. They had not moved me, even though the building was basically falling apart. I was in the process of getting where I am now, but I hadn't finished all the prerequisite paperwork and shit.
Hmm.
I wake up with a migraine this one morning. And I'm hearing. I'm like, what the? I thought they were repairing one of the other apartments, right? No, it's code enforcement telling me, hey, do you have somewhere to go? We had to cut the power off.
Oh my
This building's
goodness.
going to be this building's being shut down. Do you have somewhere to go? I'm like, no. My landlord isn't in their office yet. I don't know. They were supposed to move me. They didn't. I'm working on getting in a new place, but I'm not in there yet. He goes, well, you're gonna have to go somewhere for now. You got, you got. They're like, we talked to your landlord. They're willing to give you 3.5 months to get your shit without charging you. But the power's gonna stay off. So I had to hotel hop up here for 6 weeks between an Econo Lodge and a Red Roof.
Mm.
I was out by the freaking airport, if that tells you anything.
Wow.
I finally got into this place. I just marked a year in this place, as you probably seen on my wall. Because I did a life event.
Mm.
The 6th of this month. I marked the year where I am now. And this used to be a hotel. This building was a hotel. This building was an extended stay. They renovated all the hotel rooms into studio apartments.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty quiet with the exception of my next door neighbor. She's in
Okay.
a domestically violent relationship. The dude's a control freak. But
Well, it sounds like you're where you should be right now, for sure.
yeah, it's good. At least I don't have to worry about. Uh, I have what you call thumbtack ceilings. You know what I'm talking about? Cork board.
I'm looking at
I
my
there,
fellow
there there were like 9 or 10 of those in my kitchen alone, ready to come down
Oh,
from that part because there was the apartment above me back in Hudson, 3 bedroom, 9 people.
ooh.
Not counting their in and out company for what I'm guessing was probably dope or weed. Not that there's much difference these days, especially the way people act on them. But that's a conversation for a whole nother time.
It definitely is. Because
But
I had something go through my mind just now. But we're going to save it.
yeah. But so let's go back to cooking with positivity and all that. How did you find your partner with that? Miss Lisa, how did you two link up?
Similar to you accepting the challenge, I created a post on Facebook
Hmm.
and said I'm looking for a positivity ambassador, someone who shares
Ooh, I
my
love that title.
philosophy, who wants to be a co-host. And we were in a women's group. In fact, um, Shay Williams, she had a women's group on Facebook that we both were in. She
Hmm.
saw my post. She she immediately responded and was like, "I'm interested." She used to do a show, like a radio show,
Hmm.
before that, and she was like, "I want to do it. I'm here." And I told her, "You have 30 days, and after the 30 days, if I feel like we're a good fit, you'll get your own show, your own day." And she's been with me for going on 8 years now. So we vibe. That's my big sister.
Now, when you're not, I don't want to get too deep into this area for. So if we start hitting a boundary, let me know. Um, Outside of your writing and your podcasting, what do you do where you live now? What do you do? What do you do? Do you have like a regular job, hobbies? What?
Um, Regular job, no. I have physical limitations that limit me from doing a regular 9 to 5 right now.
Same here.
But I I used to have a business with my mom,
Hmm.
and I have my catering business, of course. And so we just combined our efforts. We cook all the time, and it's called Me and My Mama Soul Food. So we sell plates locally, and I cater events locally when I have the assistance and the body wherewithal, if you will. But outside of that, I just watch a whole bunch of TV, which I shouldn't do. I read a whole bunch of books, you know. I We have a book club on Christian positivity, and I believe I created that book club just to give myself more of a push to read because I read a ton of books. I actually interviewed Dave Anderson about his book, Sell It Like Jesus, and
You mentioned him earlier. He was the one that kind of gave you the base, the kick
yeah,
in the pants you needed.
and when I realized like I'm reading a ton of books,
Hmm.
why not communicate? Why not reach out? Why not talk to these authors?
Right.
And now I'm connected to a bunch of authors. Jada J being one of them. She's our book club pick for this month. We're reading her book, Chosen by Young Boss. So if you're following along, y'all drop the questions. We need all of the questions for the discussion on Tuesday. But outside of that, I'm just out here surviving, taking care of my kids and spreading positivity everywhere I can.
How many kids, Zykia?
I have two teenage girls.
Oh, bless your heart.
Yeah.
I got seven god. I don't have any kids of my own. I got god kids, and I just found out I got my ninth on the way.
Well, lucky
So
you.
um,
I,
my eldest, my put it this way, my eldest, God love her. I can't believe this. She's going to turn 26 in November.
oh,
That
oh
just
wow.
shows you how time flies.
It definitely does. I find myself looking at the memories.
Hmm.
Facebook gives you all of the
Oh
memories,
yeah,
and I'm like,
I'm
you
doing
will
my
never,
almost days every night at midnight or the first thing when I get up in the morning. Trust me.
yeah, you will never be this little again. It's something about just knowing that. It's like, we can never go back.
It flies. Like one of my godsons, he's a teenager now. He's like 15, 16. I don't know when he was like when he was like 4 or 5, you know, running around the house like freaking Speedy Gonzalez.
Listen, and that's the thing. Like most of my content is life driven.
Mhm.
So from my writing to my cooking to the podcast, like it's mostly life driven. They give me a lot to work with. I'll tell you that.
Don't they
They're
just?
very, very inspiring. Let's say that.
So let's um let's get back to the podcasting for a minute. How many different? Now you said that Lisa has one show that she basically
Yes.
runs by
Okay.
herself. How many different shows do you put out a week, or how often do they come out?
Okay. So our schedule is Monday through Friday.
Hmm.
We have our Monday in View episode. That is our kickoff episode for whatever theme we're going to talk about to stretch the pack, which is where I give you intel on how you can stretch one ingredient. I've been working on one pack of chicken for like 2.5 weeks. So
Dang, yeah.
it's very doable. But we also have our community stories. If you are doing some positive things in the world, I want to talk about it. That's Monday and you. And talk about it Tuesday. That's our book conversation, book discussion. Now our sip and sound and our book and bite
Different
episodes.
sound. I love
Those
that.
are basically uh, book focused and talking about lightly hot topics because we do talking ish as well on Tuesday, the second Tuesday of the month.
Mhm.
So make sure you guys look out for that, and we do it live. And then we have our Wednesday host chat and interview. That's where my lovely guests like you will come on and we will interview you, or we talk about Wisdom Wednesday, or we just have our host chat, what's going on in our lives. And then Thursday, it started off as Lisa's solo episode, which was Throwback Thursday, where she breaks down a
Throwback
throwback
Thursday. I like
song,
that.
artists, and things like that. Yeah. And then it evolved. Now it's Throwback Thursday, Tunes by Thursday, where we interview artists about their music and their journey. And then the Boss Theater is where we do monologues and
Now, give
talk
me that
about.
title again. The audio cut out. What was it? What was it? The
Uh
other?
oh. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. No, it was on my side. My headset decided to do that chirping noise in my
Okay. But it's the Boss Theater where we do monologues, favorite themes. We talk about movies, TV shows,
ear. Ooh,
all of
that
those
sounds
things.
that
We
sounds
just
fun.
did a skit for our sponsor, Lucky Cajun. Make sure y'all go check that out. Get them listens up. But and we just added verses and vibes and open mic night to Thursday. So make sure y'all look out for that.
Thursday's pretty loaded then. That's cool.
Yeah, it's loaded, but it's alternate. Like every other day, it's alternated.
Rotates. Yeah.
So I don't overwhelm
What about
myself.
Fridays?
But and then Friday is Fun Free Friday. That's where I do the Fun Free Friday positive raffle, where you could win, and the prize is based on whatever prize we're giving out that week. And then we play community games like Name That Recipe game, Two Truths and a Lie. We play bingo.
That one always trips me up. Two truths and a lie. That always trips me up.
Well, our Two Truths and a Lie is based on cooking with positivity. So if you
Uh-huh.
know cooking with positivity, if you listen to the episode, if you listen to the intro, you can kind of get it. It's kind of easy. And
That
then we
sounds
play
that
bingo
sounds
live. And then we share new music. Fun Free Friday is just what it sounds like. Fun Free Friday. And then on Saturday, we do game night once a month. So,
yeah, that's going to be fun this week.
yeah.
For those of you just catching this, I'm gonna repeat this, and then I'm gonna do our little how to hook up bit, and then we're gonna close this out. But just for those of you that are just catching on, this Saturday, noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, Zakia and possibly her partner Lisa are going to be moderating a matchup between myself and Eric G from Random Thoughts with Eric G. That that is going to be fun. It's like I said in the trash talk. We've been on the same side and sometimes on opposing sides when it comes to panels. Shit happens. What are you going to do? But now it's going to be one on one. Uh, what he calls he calls himself the pro. He says he's the pro. I'm the podcaster in training. Well, we'll see. we'll see come Saturday because this is going to be an interesting
He
matchup. I'm
called
looking
you a
forward to
bitch?
it.
Oh my goodness. What is this trash talk? Okay.
No,
What?
he's been calling me that for about a year, so I'm not surprised. I get a kick out of it. But real quick, Zakia, tell people where they can find you, your shows, your socials, all that.
Okay. So on most platforms, it's cooking with positivity. If you put in cooking with positivity, you'll see a post, you'll see a page, you'll see my beautiful face or Lisa Deshawn's beautiful face. And if you're looking to listen, if you put in cooking with positivity on Google, you can listen right there on Google or any platform. You listen to Cooking with Positivity, you listen to podcasts on. Now, if Cooking with Positivity is not on a platform you're on, hit us up. Let us know so we can get on there. Okay? And then every every other platform, if it's not Cooking with Positivity, it's my name. It's Zykia McCoy, like you see on the screen. And Lisa Deshawn, she has other platforms and stuff. I'm gonna leave that for her to promote and share. But for the most part,
I'm
every
gonna have to have her do one of these weeks.
definitely, I'm gonna definitely put the bug in her ear and let her
Yeah,
know.
because she sounds like she sounds kind of like a character, kind of like our boy Eric. Yeah,
She's very colorful. She's very vibrant. Love
I
me
love
some
that.
Lisa.
I
Yes,
love that. That's she sounds awesome. Um, but if they want to connect now outside of the show, if they want to connect with you, do they just look up your name on like Instagram or Facebook?
just like I said, any if it's not cooking with positivity, it's Zykia McCoy. You can hit us up. You can say you want to be a guest. I'll send you the calendar link, and it will make it happen.
There you go. All right, y'all. We're gonna wrap this mud up. Um, Ziki, I appreciate you coming on, girl. I know we've been trying to get this done for like a week and a half. We finally got it, girl.
That's what we
That's
do. We pivot. Listen,
there you go.
good.
There you go. So yeah, looking forward to Saturday. That's going to be great. And not this, unfortunately, not this week, but maybe in a couple of weeks I'll come on and you can kind of flip the script on me on your Wednesday on one of your Wednesday shows.
Of course, you are
That would be a hoot. That would be
you
fun.
are now a part of the CWP family. So you definitely will be nominated for a CWP award next year. So
Awesome.
make sure you look out for that.
All right. Hey, so we're going to wrap it up. Coming up in the near future, we got Lonnie Middlebrook from Divine. Her channel. I cannot think of the full name of it right now, but she'll be on with us. I'm going to have a episode of the new show with Rude Life NASA from Handicap and Chill coming up hopefully this next week or this week or next week on school violence, and we got a few more surprises coming up. But be sure, folks, to tune in to Zakia's Cooking with Positivity this Saturday, noon Eastern, 9 Pacific, to watch her moderate the literal, not literal SmackDown, but virtual SmackDown between your boy and Eric, and between me and our boy Eric C. We will see you then, and until then, Zakia, thank you again, and we will see you all